Is being highly sensitive a real thing? That's what we're going to unpack on this Let's Get Real TV second round. We had a few technical issues. So hi to the replay viewers. So I am a digital marketing coach. I'm Angela McMillan for embodiment professionals, practitioners. And I'm the host of the Let's Get Real Online Movement Festival. And we're doing Let's Get Real TV, chatting with many of the presenters that are sharing the stage with me in a couple of weeks. Before I introduce my guest, I'd like to acknowledge that the land that I am standing on today is the traditional lands of the Ghana people, and I respect their spiritual relationship to the country. Remember to stay to the end because we could have some giveaways and find out where you can find out more for free. So welcome, Patricia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Angela?
Would you like to say a little bit about yourself today?
Well, I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner and an expert in the highly sensitive person trait. I'm based in Los Angeles, where I've been working with highly sensitive people for about 25 years. I'm a highly sensitive person myself, and I know the challenges we face because we make up only 20% of the population, and the world is really made by and for the other 80%, not for those of us who are highly sensitive. And it's, I hate to see highly sensitive people struggling and not reaching their potential. And that was me a long time ago. So it brings me a great joy to work with other highly sensitive people.
Fantastic. And that's the topic of your presentation for the festival, which, by the way, our festival is on the 10th to 15th of March, and the box office is open, and I'll tell you more about that in a moment. So firstly, Patricia, who would you like to see in the audience at your presentation? Who's going to get the most benefit?
Anyone who's ever been told, you're just too sensitive, or why are you making such a big deal out of it, or why can't you just get past it? Those statements are generally made by people who are not highly sensitive, and they don't really understand what we're experiencing, not because they're wrong or bad or because we're wrong or bad, but because they actually really don't perceive what it is we're perceiving, because we perceive more. So it just puts us in a state of misunderstanding with the culture at large, and it's sometimes hard because we think we should be acting like the other 80% when that doesn't work for us.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty clear, but I'm going to ask anyway, why did you choose this topic?
Because it's not actually very well known. I realized that I was highly sensitive in 1996, which was the first year that Dr. Elaine Aron published her findings about this trait. It was the first time the trait had been identified. And now, 26 years later, 27 years later, a lot of people still don't know about it. And part of that is because it's not a disorder, it's not a diagnosis. So you don't go see a psychiatrist or psychologist because you're highly sensitive. However, a lot of highly sensitive people end up seeking help in those arenas because when we get overstimulated, it can appear that we have an anxiety disorder or panic disorder or some such thing, but that's not the case. And I think people need to be educated about that. Every day I hear somebody talking about it as if it's a disorder or a diagnosis, and it really isn't. It's actually a pretty great gift and a pretty great way to experience the world.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until I met you. Sue saying, what a great explanation. So thanks, Sue. Here's another presenter. So our festival is on from the 10th to the 15th of March. Tickets are on sale now, and the VIP packages are coming out very soon. In a moment, So before we get to talking a little more, we have a lesson from Patricia happening inside the Movement Online Academy, which is where our hub space for this Let's Get Real Festival. It's an ongoing community. I did a live stream a couple of days ago introducing people to the community, and you can join now for free. So if you're not sure if you want to join us for the festival yet, because the tickets are a little bit of a cost, you can join the Movement Online Academy. Come and try these 20-minute lessons that we're doing daily in about 45 minutes from now. And today's Patricia's lesson we did it this morning, didn't we? And it was a beautiful lesson called Singing Draw.
Singer's Draw.
And some of the quotes from the people doing it this morning was, "Beautiful voice, Patricia. It's very calming, and I felt very calm after the lesson. I could feel the tension in my jaw unwinding. I wasn't aware of this before, but during the lesson, it was unwinding and releasing. For me, I was doing some very heavy lifting at the gym yesterday with my upper body, and so it's really nice to release my shoulders and chest and just have some more movement through there. And because when you're heavy lifting, sometimes you can tense up. So if you want to participate in this lesson, come join us in the Movement Online Academy. I'll pop there it is there, Movement Online Academy. So that's where you can sign in, create an account, and there's so many more things inside, isn't there, Patricia? Yeah. Not just 20-minute lessons. It's like our own social media, but for somatics, isn't it? So,
yeah.
So, I know that you don't have your freebie ready just yet, Patricia. So Patricia's going to have a special gift ready, hopefully by the festival goes live, or if not, very soon after. And so if you'd like to join us for the festival, I'll drop the link in the chat in a moment. Do you have any last words for the audience today, Patricia?
If you've ever felt like your sensitivity is difficult for you, like you wonder why you feel things so deeply when nobody else does, or why can other people watch the news and not get upset and stuff like that, please do come and learn a little bit more about it. I'm going to be focusing on the science behind how our brains work differently than the brains of non-highly sensitive people, because being highly sensitive is a trait. It's not something that's like an opinion, like I might think somebody has a great sense of humor when somebody else thinks they don't. Or I might think somebody's super talented when somebody else thinks they're not. This sensitive is not subjective like that. Our brains really are different. And if you look at fMRIs, you can see how they function differently in many ways. So it isn't just opinion or a buzz thing or a marketing thing or whatever things that I have heard people say. It's a real thing. And if you're sensitive, your life might become easier if you have a few more skills to handle it.
Fantastic. It's such an important topic you're sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Angela.
So the tickets, I'm going to pop the link there in the chat. They're $7 until tomorrow when our full price tickets come out. So thank you again for joining me. I know it takes a lot of courage to get on the stage, both virtually and in person. So I really appreciate that you've joined the festival.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so looking forward to presenting on highly sensitive. Is it a real thing?
Yeah, thank you.